Thumper, sitting side by side. Tell me how you feel.
It's old. Kinda.
Ma'am, I'm trying to eat.
Don't look at the camera.
Ma'am,
Don't look at the
I'm
camera.
trying to eat. Ma'am.
Just look over here.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Look over there.
Ma'am.
Don't look at the camera. You're ruining all my shots. You take it, you heard the noise. Why are you so worried about how you eat cereal all of a sudden? You're like, am I doing this right? Is it spoon and bowl first, or? Why is it always you try to be the blooper at the end of the reel? 3. That's probably more than you ever wanted to see, but if you're one of my teens who's coming to talk, or not a teen who's coming to talk, get on up here. I got 3 of you. Yeah, Tina, that's you. Emma. Yeah, that's you, bud. You know it. If you're a guest or just kind of visiting, me and the teens go to a trip every summer called CIY Move, and that's a little bit of glance at what we do. And I know there's way too many inside jokes for you to get any of them, but that video was more for us anyways. So what I like to do is, because honestly, we only get to participate in that because y'all are so generous and grateful in hiring us for yard work crews and cleaning and yard sale stuff and so much more. You supported us in that, and that's what we get to do. And honestly, it's the best week of my life every year. And I know it is for them too. So I brought some of them up here to share. So, hi party people. Ooh, okay. Because we always start with Tina. This is Tina. Tina, everybody. There you go. You're getting it. And I'm going to allow them just to share a good story from CIY, something that was funny, maybe explain something in the video, and I have no idea what they're going to say. So here we go.
Okay, so I have a funny story. So we've taken the seminary van out there for a couple of years now, and usually we'll decorate it, write some stuff.
And it's always a good idea.
Always great. And this year, I think we wrote last year too, but we wrote "Honk If You Love Jesus." We kind of forgot about it throughout the trip, and we were driving home, and this guy in the other lane starts honking at us, and we get kind of mad at him. We're like, what's his problem? We are doing just fine. We didn't do anything to him, and we're mad at him for I don't know, a whole minute or two, and then we realized, oh, we have "Honk If You Love Jesus" on the side of our van, and we felt really bad that we were getting mad at him, and so then we all really waved really enthusiastically at him. But yeah, CIY is great, and it's just full of a ton of funny memories that, yeah.
Okay.
This is Emma. Emma, everybody.
So my funny story, you probably saw it in the video. There were, I think Noah and Maddie, that were on one knee and they were chugging a water bottle. So I'll explain that a little bit. That was just a thing that we did throughout the entire trip. I think it started with Kyle. So the whole concept is that if you hand a water bottle to someone and they accept it, without thinking about it, then they have to take a knee and chug the whole water bottle. And one time Kyle was talking to this group of kids from Tennessee, the social butterfly he is, and he didn't realize I was behind him. And I took the water bottle out of his backpack and I snuck it into his hand, and he was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I yelled, "Take a knee!" And he got on a knee and he drank almost the entire water bottle, and he lifted the water bottle up in what he thought was victory. And then Trudy yelled, "Hey, you still have a sip left!" And so he had to go, and he took the last sip, and something made him laugh really hard, and he didn't just spit it. It flew, and it flew all over these girls from Tennessee, and their faces were more appalled, literally, than you could imagine. And in the most desperate voice you've ever heard, Kyle yells, "Wait, we can still be friends!"
Oh, wait, this is Hagen. Hagen, everybody. Everybody, Hagen.
Hi. I got to be a sponsor at this thing, and it was pretty fun. And my whole job is basically to be a cheerleader or start these stupid trend things that they do. Some of my funny memories. One of them was, sorry, Luke. Luke, went to go to the van to get something, and we gave him the keys. And if you've never been to a Christian camp, apparently the white vans is pretty universal. So he went up to a van that had no markings on it and was a brand new van, and worked on it for probably a good 10 minutes while we all watched him try to stick keys into it to get something. That was pretty great to watch him. We all let him struggle for a good 10 minutes before we told him that it was a van totally opposite from ours. And the other great memory was we had these lunch schedules, and Kyle, and like he had like a white band if you got to go at this certain time, stuff like that. Well, we were at the back of this line of like 150 people, and he heard some kid, random kid, say that, oh, the white bands are supposed to go to the front. So Kyle lifts his band and gets all like 20 of us and goes, white band's to the front, and yells it in front of all 150 people, and like just talking just trash to all of them, like, yeah, we're the best, and gets to the front, and then turns out we weren't supposed to be there. But if you know Christian camp people, they're very passive aggressive, and no one said anything at all, and so he cut in front of like 150 people. Later on that day, we were at the front of the line, and some other people tried doing it, and Kyle decided to boo them and have whole like 100 people start booing these like poor 15 kids. But no one did anything, so they went in. And Kyle said I was supposed to have one God moment also. The one God oh man, I lost it.
No, you got it.
Oh, we're waiting. Is that
Oh,
good?
no, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Second question is tell a God story, because good stories only ever make me and Luke look bad. So,
Yeah. I was perfect the whole time, so it was fine. The one God moment, so they give these cards out, and, oh, did I steal your guys' stuff? Too bad. So we had these cards out. These cards are called like Kingdom Worker cards, and what they are is they're like a challenge basically to like the kids, students, sponsors, everything like that. Well, Kyle, we're usually supposed to like just open up a fan of them, and if they want one, they can come pick it from us, kind of a deal. But this year, Kyle decided to randomly give me, Trudy, and Thumper, and himself like 3 each. And then we all got to choose names of who we wanted on these cards. We don't know what's inside the cards. We don't know what they say or anything like that. And so it was really cool. So we all did that and everything, and then we ended up giving the kids the choice that if they wanted to come do it, then they could. And so every one of our kids came, which is an applause for just all of them doing that. Yeah. Because they're really hard cards. There's stuff like what was some examples?
Some people have to go like visit the elderly.
Yeah, like there's like visit the elderly every week for a full year. Don't drink any soda, anything but water for 6 months or something instead of soda and stuff like that. And then it has like a point by it. But anyway, so we ended up giving everyone a card. Everyone read their cards, and it was insane to see like how every card fit the perfect person perfectly. Like it was just insane. I won't give you the details of the cards, but like there was ones that were like would only work for one person, and so it was really crazy to see like basically just to watch the Holy Spirit and His work, because we randomly got given cards, we randomly wrote names on these cards, and then we handed them to these kids that specifically worked for each one of them in a crazy way. And yeah, so that was kind of my God moment. It was really eye-opening to me, because even when we were picking names, we'd be like, all right, we have 4 boys. You guys all say the name of the boys that you want to write. And it would be me, Thumper, and Kyle all say names at the same time. And not one time did we like overlap or both say the same name, which also was really cool.
Yeah.
So that was just me experiencing God like firsthand. It was really, really intense. So it was neat.
That's cool.
So that was also my God story. So I'm going to share a different one. So CIY is just in America. It's just a camp that happens in America. And this fella that lives in Ireland, Jasper, felt that God was putting it on his heart to start a CIY in Ireland, which is a really big deal because nothing like that has ever happened before, nothing like outside of America. And obviously you need funds to start CIY. And so one night after the evening session sermon, Nate, the director of CIY, comes up and he says, we have little envelopes here that say move to Ireland, and if you feel compelled to do so, and if you feel like the Spirit is telling you to do so, then we encourage you to come up here in groups of 3 to get an envelope, and for the 3 of you to raise $100 each, or as a group collectively, and to turn it in, and then that'll get essentially all the funds we need to set up the move to Ireland. And Nate said that it was about halfway through CIY, and Nate said that typically he has to remind them each night, hey, we have these cards over here if anybody else wants to take one. Within 5 minutes, every single envelope was gone, and every single person had taken one and had made that commitment and the promise to raise money for Ireland, which he said it was unbelievable, and he got really emotional, and he said, like, nothing like that has ever happened before. And so I thought it was really cool to see just the drive in these kids and to see the commitment of them wanting to do something and to do something where they'll be able to see God working through people in another country.
So I don't have a specific God story, I guess, just because the whole week of CIY is just filled with God moments. I mean, just in those couple, 6 days, you feel so close to God and you feel so close to the Spirit because you're constantly in the Bible and you're constantly, worshiping God and getting in small groups. And so just the whole week is just this huge God moment. Okay, one thing that was really special for me was, so every year they'll have something at the front of the stage, and if you want to commit your life to Jesus, whether it be for the first time or, you're recommitting, they'll have something up there. And last year it was like this Morse code thing, and you could type it in, and it'd make a little beeping noise. This year it was this tube that you could drop rocks in, and it'd make this echoing noise. And so not only are you doing it, but everyone around in the whole auditorium can hear you committing your life to God, and it's so, so special to watch people do this. I mean, like, almost like every night there'd be tons of people going up, committing their life to God, and it was just incredibly special to be there in that moment, to watch people, making that incredibly important decision, and it was just really, just such a special thing to see, because it's just one of the biggest moments of those people's lives, and so that was really special to me.
Hey, give these 3 a big round of applause for sharing. Thanks, you guys. There, some of them, nice. That's on me. Hey, we're going to go into another time of worship. So worship team, if you want to make your way back up to the front. Here's what I want to say again, church. Thank you again for just allowing us to do that. Even just your tithes go to that. The budget we put out every year enables us to go. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't get to go. Their lives wouldn't be changed, any of our lives. It's just incredible the amount of God you can experience in such a short week. So thank you for that, parents. Thank you for allowing me to babysit your kids for a week. I try to be safe, but and nobody really got hurt. Hey, yeah. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Future kids, parents of younger kids, you get to be a part of that soon. And I'm excited for that. And the last thing I'll say is this. What makes CIY so great for us is exactly like Tina just said, is that we're constantly in the Bible. We're constantly with each other. We're constantly in the moment with God. And we don't have to go to Durango, Colorado to get that, church. The reason we have so many inside jokes, we have so many laughs while we're there, is because we've already started that here. We've already built that foundation, that relationship with each other, that when we go, all we want to do is discover God together. And that's the same that we can do here, church. We don't have to go all the way to Durango to do it. We get that. And so keep that in mind. Put that on your heart. If you want to have a big experience like that, it doesn't take a trip. You don't have to go to Haiti to get that. You don't have to go to CIY to get that. We can get that here and in life groups and other ministries. So that's my thought to leave you on.